love the 80s. I'm going to just come out and say that if I had to set every film in the 80s for the rest of time, I probably would. Your turn.
I was a raver in the late 80s, so for me that was a great era to be alive.
Yeah, and 80s for me as well, just from the way people looked, you know, the way they wore clothes, their attitude, the movies that were being made, this money that was being spent ridiculously, you know, and music's such an important part of my life. Just like I really am annoyed that I wasn't this age in the 80s. Yeah.
What period was the shouty
So
George?
it's like late 1700s.
Yeah, so when you have, there's a lot of clothes. I'm happier unclothed in my real life as a man. So when you have to wear a costume, which costs a lot, first and foremost, is very tight, and schedule-wise, we don't have a long time to shoot. My fear is I'm going to sit in the car and my arse is going to go out the trousers. For real. And then it's an hour to fix it, and that's an hour. As a producer, that's going to eat in our day. You know, that's a problem. So for me, working out how I'm going to climb in and out of a unit car wearing period costume is, you don't really think about that, but
No.
it's a real issue for me.
I'll tell you what, this wig was hard to get in and
Wig?
out of a car. It took me a long time to grow my hair like this. I had to wear a bum-shaped mould.
And it grew into it.
Yes,
That's great.
for over 5 years. But yeah, if you leant back too far, you could topple in that. And it does give you a different reading of the era though, because you do go, my God, people were going around in this, trying to do normal stuff. Like what?
Yeah.
It's like, how did anyone do anything? I mean, I suppose they didn't. That was the point. They was rich enough that they didn't have to do anything.
There's a moment with me with the when I was singing on stage and we had like this giant cloak attached to me,
Yes.
and people kind of fanning it. On camera you can't see obviously, but it was quite a big weight.
Sort of like.
So I was just like, can you just try to stay as still as you can? So I was just literally just being like pulled around by like the crew, and I was just
runners.
I just felt like I was going to do it. Do you remember when Madonna fell off?
Yes.
I thought that was going to happen to me at some
God.
point. Yeah. So
Iconic moment though when she fell off that stage.
Wow. Yeah. If you want to be in this industry, you've got to just make mistakes. Make all the mistakes you possibly can, and don't worry about being criticised, because anyone's going to criticise you, whether it's good or bad anyway. Just fucking go for it. Just play around, be creative, and you'll keep learning, and you will never get it right. It's never going to be a perfect ending to your career. It's always going on, and it's okay to do a bad film.
Yes.
Keep telling
And
myself
it's
that.
just important to make stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's hard, you know, because you have to find somewhere cheap to live, I think is my biggest piece of advice, which is hard these days. And then you've got to find people, your peers, that are going to do stuff with you. You have to form a little gang of people where you'll just go out and make stuff by hook or by crook. And that's the best way to learn. And it's not easy financially to do that, but I think if you really, really want to do it, you find a way, and you will give up your weekends to do it, and you will find your little crew of people, and there's strength in your little team that you build.
Get on a film set, do any job. You know, put your ego aside, just get on there, start to understand what the creative process is, and hopefully you build from that. You know.